How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
I've been watching your videos and I've been seeing good conversation you've been having. So my question to you is, how do you have to remain calm and deal with the Islamists, the Muslims, and the Mohammeds?
So you can't see it, but under the mask, I am laughing a little bit. So effectively, what I tend to do is I have some experience working in customer service jobs. In those jobs, people yell at you quite a lot for various things. So I feel like if I hadn't done that, I might not have been actually ready to come down to the corner and potentially be surrounded by a large group of people and being yelled at all at once. So I tend to handle them like angry customers. So what I try and do is sort them out into an orderly line and then deal with them one by one. But it does require you remaining calm. It does also require you having some confidence in what you know about your position and also their position as well. I could imagine that if you're not well versed in what you are trying to argue for or what they hold to be true, then you might get nervous, and it's fine. Initially, I wasn't totally comfortable being surrounded and being asked a million questions. But after a while, I had to basically take matters into my own hands and then gain the confidence to address each of them one by one. And then in turn, ask all of them individually questions and then see how many of them can actually respond.
So since you began to Speaker's Corner, have you ever, like, a Muslim give their life to Christ since you've been going there?
The corner isn't the easiest place for a Muslim to proclaim that they've converted. It's going to be quite dangerous for them. It could potentially be. So the majority of people who do give their life to Christ don't want to do it online. If so, I give out my email to people at times, and then they can potentially contact me if they have any questions. And there are some people who I have spoken to in the past that others have informed me either like gave their life to Christ or suddenly come into their church. But it's a very hard thing. For example, we do have some people who are in our group who are ex-Muslims, and they face a large amount of persecution from their families and communities when they openly decide to leave and pursue Christ. So for those reasons, you won't be seeing any public Christian shahadas in the corner.
So based on what their books says to them, that's why.
Yeah, there's even basic hadith where Muhammad just says, if anyone leaves the religion, kill them. It's very basic. So the apostasy law problem is a big thing. And that's, in my personal opinion, a huge contributing factor to why many people are afraid to proclaim that they either don't believe in Islam anymore or that they've turned to a different religion like Christianity.
So do you ever consider praying for them?
Absolutely. I do pray for those who are hard-headed, that their hearts may be softened at some point, or that something might happen to them where Christ can visit them in a way that is meaningful to them. For example, a lot of Muslims hold a lot of importance in terms of dreams. So they still hold that revelation can come to people in the form of a dream. And a lot of Muslims who convert, particularly in the Middle East, there's a phenomenon going on in recent years where they claim to see a man in white who comes to them in their dream. And from that point, they can identify him as Jesus, even without not being aware fully of who Christ is. So I pray for those people who are hard-headed in that respect, and also for those who are persecuted for for joining the Christian faith. I pray that their burden might be lightened, thank you, and that everything can be made easy for them when it comes to them rediscovering their new lives and getting situated in a place where they will be persecuted for their belief.
You must, in your heart, you must feel for them.
I do. I have empathy for all people, but I also have the maturity to realize that there are people who don't want to be saved. Additionally, so yes.
You mean that they sold their soul?
Yes. People who are so determined to damnation that despite me feeling sorry for them, I cannot let my heart be weighed down by the fact that they choose willingly
That's right.
to disobey God, to reject the Spirit, reject the Father and the Son.
That's right. You know, I must give it to you because I see the way they insult the Lord Jesus, and I see the way you also remain calm to deal with them. It's a grace to have that calmness, you know. So I must say thank you for the work you are doing. Continue to do so.
Thank you.
May the grace of God be upon you.
Thank you very much.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
God bless you,
Thank you.
sir.